And I know that this past summer you did.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on their hands. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, we know how much of a trailblazer LeBron James has been. He's taken charge of his own free agency to ensure that he is almost always on a contender. He has made it clear he has no interest in being...
You're right, DA. He wants rings and nothing less. Here at the midway point, what we begin to realize now, there were some underrated pickups in the offseason that are showing what they can do.
Now, these are the kind of moves where at the end of the year you start thinking about candidates for executive of the year because they've plugged some holes.
Yo, did the camera angle change?
An acquisition that's made their bench deeper. And you start to see in an 82-game season that maybe in the 55th to 57th game, a pickup like that is helping them win ball games. This is where those guys earn their money, the general manager.
Not wholesale changes. Just one guy can change a team slightly.
Type 69 in the chat if you want me to change the camera
angle. That's where really you tip your hat to the general managers.
I'll be back in
understood that at some point during the year, we're going to lean on this player.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are your small and power forwards. Trent's out there with Collison, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot.
You know, when you think of Darren Collison, I think of a smart point guard. He had 2 seasons playing understudy to Chris Paul in both New Orleans and LA. Similar type of players who are very efficient and just gets the job done.
And Oladipo kicks to Young. James in the post, defended by Middleton. James, no good. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And with Collison, and Greg, how he plays, when he's off the floor, you notice.
I mean, things just don't seem to run as smoothly when he's not at the helm. Finds that balance between creating for himself and others, selective with his shots, and truly a complete guard, even if he doesn't do a lot of those flashy things.
And it's James missing.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Prince misses.
I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
Field can't hit.
I'm not sure if it's a bad start or unlucky here. 0 for 4. Can't think too much about it. Just got to get that first one to go.
Prince the pass to Collison. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rejected by Young. Hield finds James. Brings it from 17 feet out.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
Prince outside. Young against Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Gobert. Hield left side. And here's the break. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. Wing shot on the way. Buries the jump shot.
Well, that's a shot they need to have Giannis be capable of making consistently. He's continuing to improve from that area.
Young outside. James against Middleton, and James gets it to go on the assist from Young.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And Oladipo kicks to Young. Pass to LeBron. Uses the glass to finish the layup. LeBron's got 6.
Yeah, not many are finishing better than LeBron James around the rim. Too strong and too good.
Jordan dishes to Antetokounmpo. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Thaddeus Young.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
You think about a coach looking into the eyes of one of his players and telling him to match up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and all the things that he brings to the table. That's a long night of restlessness before you match up. Press up on him, he'll blow by you. In transition, he's at the rim in 2 dribbles. Tough to stop that kid.
First one falls for him. Antetokounmpo covers so much ground, Brent. He can almost go the entire length of the court in 2 dribbles.
Well, once he gets around towards the rim, his reach can make it seem like defenders aren't even there. Not just one defender, but multiple defenders. So it's unfair already, and you add that athleticism to what he can do. Wow, unstoppable offensive force.
All free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
Amazingly, the Bucks, one of the slower teams in the league last season in terms of their pace. And when you're talking about a team with tremendous length and athleticism, you think that maybe speed would come along with it and that they'd get out and thrive in transition. Not the case last year.
Poke loose. It's stolen by Hield. James, the pass to Young. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And the Bucks, still a top 10 offense last season, got to the line in bunches.
They got to the line, got into the interior, got into the paint, but their outside shooting is still a concern, Kevin. When you're down a lot of points and you need to stretch out the defense to come back in games, it's not something that they could do last year. So maybe looking to pick up a few guys on their roster to help expand the three-point shooting game.
That free throw missing. And for his whole career, Thaddeus Young has been a player not afraid, Greg, of attacking defenders head on.
Young has such a great first burst of speed. He really is a handful to deal with. Gets a lot of transition buckets that way, and in the half court can set up teammates by creating space. In the latter part of his career, I think he's taken on more of a vocal leadership role as well.
How about the Cavs last year, making it back to their 4th straight finals appearance alongside the Golden State Warriors, and for a team in a city that just had so little to cheer and celebrate about. Obviously, LeBron James bringing their championship to them a couple of years ago. Ultimately, the golden era of Cleveland Cavalier basketball.
Milwaukee leading by 4. Collison with it. He had 13 points in the win against Indiana. And so Milwaukee again turning it over. The Cavaliers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And the Cavs and Warriors last year in the finals, Brent, the Cavs had a chance to even the rivalry at 2 wins apiece.
Well, they did, Kevin, but pretty much outmatched last year in the finals. Just too much roster change and not enough firepower to overtake the Golden State Warriors. The depth just wasn't there. It was a great ride last year with LeBron getting back to his 8th finals, but they came up short.
From 12 feet out, and he hits the jump shot. 8 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
And Oladipo kicks to Young. And there's the pass to James. And he first shot that one, missing.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. That's 12 points for LeBron.
And you got to do better than that, or at least try LeBron James. Just too strong, and a little contact is not going to go a long way.
Prince, the jumper from the free throw line is good.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
LeBron kicks to Oladipo. Down low. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. They lead by 4. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the 3-ball the way they did.
I just like their confidence. Even when they did miss, it felt like that's the shot they were designing to get, so it never seemed to faze them.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Prince wide open. That 3 off the mark. Cavaliers have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Now Oladipo turned in an outstanding game against New York and stolen by Prince. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Gobert. Mike Scott comes in for Thaddeus Young. Teddy Osman, he's checked in for Hield. And it's Dragic in for Victor Oladipo. And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I called Prince a complimentary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. It just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league. And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
That's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. In third, the Cavaliers. In fourth, the Bucks.
The effort has clearly been there for both teams on the backboards, and you can see it showing up in terms of points off those second chance opportunities.
5 to shoot. Here's Dragic. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Pass to James. Over Parker. LeBron, good. James has got 16.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Fader on the way. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning, but they'd like to get him going.
Here's Osman, defended by Young. Here's Cauley-Stein, and it's all evened up.
Cauley-Stein, you've got to talk mostly about the agility that this young big has, rolling well after the screen.
Cook looking it over. Antetokounmpo finds Mesri. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Brent, you look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's slashing game. Standing, maybe a hair under 7 foot tall. How do you even put it into words?
Well, it's hard to imagine a more perfect frame for today's game in terms of getting in transition, having having a versatile offensive game, putting it down, getting to the rack. Well, the one thing that we're anxious to see is whether or not Giannis will develop the type of range from the three-point line that makes it respectable. Other than that, he's pretty much unstoppable.
Here's Parker. Banked in off the glass. Parker's got his first 2 points of the night.
Pretty calm in the paint there from Jabari, taking his time and getting the shot that he wanted.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Rockets the pass to Scott. There's 1:17 left in the first. Rockets left side. It's thrown by to Kumbo. He kicks it to Cook. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Pass to Scott. Now Cauley Stein. There's the pass to Wright. The 3-ball. The 3-pointers right on target. Wright's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Young against Dragic, and stolen by Cauley Stein. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Wright looking around, dishes it to Scott. It's tipped. And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way. Young in the corner. Dragic with a wide open look. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Just can't leave Goran Dragic open from the three-point line. He loves getting free from beyond the arc and letting it fly.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Cleveland. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And we'll be right back after this. Already a superstar. Antetokounmpo talked about how much more he can.
I'm just trying to focus on the court. What's my next step as a basketball player, because I know this is just the beginning.
I think he's already a top 10 player with his skill set and physical tools, Greg. He can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Through that first one, they turned this thing into a track meet.
Love the pace they're playing with. Anytime you can get your offense going without the defense setting up, you got a huge advantage.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis and Parker, the explosive forward pair. Young is out there with Cook, and it's Mejri in at the center, locking down the middle. That's good from Antetokounmpo. Now for the Bucks in 2017, Brent, disagreement over front office candidates, a divided leadership structure. If you're on that roster, how much of those kinds of things concern you?
I don't think the players are worried about that at all, because what you have now is a new voice in the locker room. You're going to have to learn a lot of new language, new offense, new defense. And that's enough to make you think just about basketball and not the business of basketball, Kevin.
The league no longer wants to reward offensive players who throw themselves into defenders. Have you seen a big change in how those players are being called?
I think the league's doing a better job of it, trying to examine when it is
that way, you're right.
Somebody gets up in the air and the offensive player leans in or kicks out and tries to draw some kind of contact. So it's been up to the referees. They've been diligent with it. I think they'll just get better with time.
Passes it to Parker. Mejri kicks to Antetokounmpo. From 12 feet out, and it's good off the back rim and in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter.
It's a good decision there. Giannis isn't easy to stick with, especially after the screen.
Here's Connaughton, covered by Parker. Scott the pass to Connaughton. Here's Scott, defended by Young. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, Scott can't get it to go. Milwaukee in the lead. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, DA, thank you. And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons, and I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
Damian Jones is checked in for Cleveland. Now here's Cauley Stein. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York.
A lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, this team now has to settle in right here and have a great possession without getting so aggressive that you compound your mistake.
Parker against Dragic. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And the basket by Jones.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And Young kicks to Parker. Bucks passing it around. And the dunk by Parker.
Well, he's got a wide reach, so Parker's stretching out that time and grabbing it and throwing it down.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks, and they came away with the win.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course, went on to win it.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. They got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
Cavaliers with some changes. Gobert comes in for Damian Jones. And Hield subbed in for Goran Dragic. The Bucks also changing it up. Jordan, he's checked in for Measure. And it's Taurean Prince in for Cook. And Wright kicks to Hield. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Gobert. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Taurean Prince. The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. A free throw drops for Gobert. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers in this roster, Brent, a lot of sharpshooters that can get hot at any time.
Well, 3rd in the league last season in made threes, and the team does a really good job of drawing and kicking and finding shooters. And they had the 5th best rated offense last year, mostly because of how well they shot the ball from distance.
And Gobert drops them both.
How many chapters last year were there to the Cavs season? A lot of player movement, a lot of drama in the locker room, and obviously trying to find their way back to the NBA Finals, which they eventually did. So would we say a successful year overall? Probably, but a little mismatch.
Hield kicks to Young. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Hield against Prince. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
They're just not good court awareness there. You cannot afford to be careless. That just leads to bad turnovers.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Antetokounmpo. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Brunson. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And for all the things the Cavs went through last season, Brent, they still managed to get 50 wins.
Yeah, good enough for the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference last year. I wonder if they were not a home team, if they would have gotten back to the finals. It would have been interesting with all the additions to that roster, trying to come up with a makeshift offense around LeBron James. if they would have gotten to his 8th finals last year. Pushed to the limit several times, but ultimately appearing again in the NBA Finals.
Kicks to Gobert. Young outside. Five on the clock. Pass to Brunson. Over Collison. Brunson, good. Here's Collison. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Outside Jordan. Middleton outside. A putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Bucks lead by 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Brunson the pass to Young. To the inside. Brunson, good. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
It's Prince on the wing, covered by Heel. Prince kicks to Jordan, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Parker left side. A three-pointer is right on target. Parker's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
James against Parker. James finds Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gobert, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's a foul against Milwaukee. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he makes the first. Well, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember this, the old VHS tapes where we used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still so fresh in my mind. Dominique Wilkins over the top, MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
Collison kicks to Jordan. Middleton for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Healed against Prince. Healed the pass to Oladipo. Rebound, Milwaukee. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Well, the fans happy to see Jabari Parker healthy and doing what he does best. Brent, talk about what makes him, in your opinion, so special.
Well, just how many comebacks he's had and just how much fortitude he's shown so far in the early part of his career. Lots of comparisons early on to Melo and to Grant Hill, and he's capable of carrying a team offensively. Just nice to see him on the floor. Well, the Bucks, this is a franchise that for a long time just was treading water and chasing after a 7th or an 8th seed on the back end of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Not so much anymore. With Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the charge, the opportunity for the Bucks to do some damage in the playoffs is here.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. And there's always pressure when you have a superstar player, Brent. And the Bucks are trying to capitalize on that window right now.
And I think Giannis, even though he's young, understands that great players are judged on how far they can push their teams. What type of postseason success can the Milwaukee Bucks have around what it is that Giannis can bring to the table? He wants to retire in a Bucks uniform. He said that before, but winning makes that decision a lot easier, and maybe with the coaching change, they'll get there.
So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against New York. Collison finds Middleton. Healed against Prince. Pass to Collison. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. No good off the back of the rim. The Cavaliers trail by 4. In the corner, it's Hield. Oladipo trying to get open. Hield can't hit.
And seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Oladipo against Collison. Osman kicks to LeBron. That one misses. Good D by Parker. And here's Prince outside. Buries the long-range jumper. And now it's a 9-point Milwaukee lead.
Well, good timing on that shot as Prince got himself into a good space before knocking that jumper down.
Now the pass to Osman. Cleveland moving the ball around. Oladipo, good.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Milwaukee leading by 7. Prince kicks to Collison. Back to Prince.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
For Milwaukee, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
First free throw is good.
He always has this feeling that Taurean Prince is DeMauri Carroll 2.0 for this club. Good size, big frame, capable defender, but each year taking some strides on the offensive end to become more and more dangerous.
Scotty's checked in for Cleveland. Dragic comes in for Buddy Hield. And then for Milwaukee, Measuring, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Clint Cook comes in for Chris Middleton. Young is subbed in for Darren Collison. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here is Cook, covered by LeBron. It's stolen by Oladipo. Osman, the pass to LeBron. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
LeBron James on the wing, covered by Parker. 6 to shoot. Here's Dragic. Didn't go that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Pass it to Cook. Young outside. And here's Prince. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Indiana. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Osman, covered by Parker. Outside Dragic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Goran Dragic started his career in Phoenix under the mentorship of Steve Nash.
Well, he still loves to push the pace and still loves to attack the paint. We'll see if he can be an effective player in his late 30s, the way that Steve Nash led his teams.
Free throw drive for Goran Dragic.
While Dragic doesn't get to the free throw line all that often, when he does, he's usually pretty good.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And Goran Dragic, a slippery lefty out of Slovenia.
At his peak, a phenomenal offensive player. He doesn't hit that peak every season, though. And now in his 30s, we'll see how long he can extend his prime.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. It won't happen much.
LeBron with the buckets.
Just can't say enough about what LeBron James can do on the floor. That time with the handle, terrific at moving the defense around.
Cook kicks to Antetokounmpo, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Cleveland.
Well, the big story in the offseason was LeBron's free agency. You knew that there would be a ton of rumors flying around about where he might end up. Honestly, I'm sure he's glad it's over with and can once again focus on the court.
And Cleveland making a change here. Lights checked in. That one misses.
Well, a little bit each year, Giannis gets fouled at a higher and higher clip. That shows about how much more aggressive and how much more confident and how much more usage he's had through his first few seasons.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wimp.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And James picks up a foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Oh my gosh, I just got that. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 5-point game. With 1 on the clock, and down it goes just as the clock hits 0. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half? And
welcome back to Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. My wife and I toured that recently. It is worth the price of admission. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments. Were discussed during the half. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
Well, we saw that in the first half, and he's constantly on the move and slipping behind the eyes of the defense to work closer to the rim.
Rudy Gobert is out there with Young. Then there's Oladipo. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Hield in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Oladipo outside. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut back down to 3 after the basket from James.
You wonder when LeBron James wants to have one of those big nights and he gets going like this. We could be in for a great show.
Lead away. Antetokounmpo with the bucket. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
James kicks to Oladipo. Off target from outside.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit. Oladipo outside. Back to James. It's deflected. And the wide open shot from Collison. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 3 assists now in this one. The Cavaliers trail by 9. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And Oladipo kicks to Young. Pass to LeBron. He feeds it to Gobert. Lays it up and banks it in. Gobert's got 5.
I mean, it looks simple, but LeBron makes it look that way, Kevin.
Pass to Prince. Lets it go with the 3. Cavaliers with the rebound.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Antetokounmpo against James. The offensive rebound. Here's Hield. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Over Young, and another basket for Milwaukee.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
High, arcing shot.
Well, you go in there weak like that, and a guy like Giannis with his length is going to throw it away.
Middleton looking it over. The feed to Antetokounmpo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on LeBron James. That's good from Antetokounmpo.
Oh my gosh. You look at the roster turnover that the Cavs have had the last few seasons. A lot of trades made, some hits and some misses. And you know the front office willing to make some deals to try to get this train back on the right track.
And with the trades this Cavs team has made, several blockbuster deals in the last few years.
Well, they have a tough payroll situation that they're trying to deal with and manage and manipulate. And it's tough for a young GM to try to find a way between sticking with what they've done, or is it a time to try to start to develop something for their future? Give them credit for doing everything in their power to still compete.
He gets that one.
Timeout.
Antetokounmpo's got the lead, back up to 10 now for Milwaukee.
Antetokounmpo, those long strides and then fearless in his attack.
And the Cavaliers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Thaddeus Young. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Oladipo with the ball. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. James in the post. Defended by Middleton. Clock at 4. Here's Connaughton. The offensive rebound. Gobert. And he banks in the layup. Gobert's got 7.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Antetokounmpo against James. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Oladipo against Collison. Hield kicks to LeBron. Over Middleton. And it falls over the rim and in. 27 points for LeBron.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Antetokounmpo against LeBron. Antetokounmpo. He has 29. Here's Middleton, and he jams it with authority.
And Middleton getting up there allows him, with that height, to get up and jam it down.
And they double up James. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Prince against Hield. Oladipo for three. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Collison, no good.
Really shocking he didn't take advantage of that golden opportunity there. He needs to be much better in that situation.
Now, here's Oladipo. Hield outside. Feeds to LeBron. And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No doubt without these contributions, they'd be in a much deeper hole in this one, no question.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the Bucks miss again. And so James will bring it up for Cleveland, trailing here by 8. He dishes it to Oladipo. The pass to Connaughton. Back to Oladipo. Lets the three fly. Right wing. There's the three. And it's Connaughton missing. Bucks leading by 8. Here's Collison. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Collison deciding where to go with it. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Collison. Over Oladipo. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
It's Prince on the wing. Covered by Hield. Milwaukee. No good that time either.
I just looked at the list of career accomplishments by LBJ. To me, the best small forward that's ever played this game, and on the short list of the best player to ever lace him up.
Stolen by Middleton. Now the Bucks moving it up. Antetokounmpo running. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Measuring, he's checked in for Jordan. Jabari Parker comes in for Chris Middleton. Quinn Cook's checked in for Taurean Prince. Young is subbed in for Darren Collison. Here's Dragic, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Dragic has got 7 points in the game. Brett, with LeBron being one of the all-time greats, he is certainly the greatest player of this generation, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Ever since he came into the league, I mean, there's just been, in my opinion, no missteps whatsoever. Has handled himself on the floor with an incredible determination to prove that, Kevin. All the hype, all the anticipation, he's lived up to it about tenfold.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Plays it up off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
High post, Cauley Stein. He's against Measuring. Here's Dragic. Almost, but it rolls out. Bucks leading by 11. Passes it to Cook. A floater. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer, and he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
One shot.
Free throw off from Cook. Well, Greg, and Willie Cauley-Stein, a wide wire 7-footer.
I mean, he's got great foot speed for his size. I just like to see him really become more aggressive offensively and try to improve that skill set. But his mobility is so desirable in today's game.
When it comes to shooting, Dragic really can knock it down from just about anywhere.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Young. Yep, it counts.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Right, dishes to Dragic. On the clock. He can't get it to go. Good D by Parker. 1:36 left in the third quarter. No good with the elbow jumper. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
Antetokounmpo against Scott. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's tightly guarded. And the dunk by Parker.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
56 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Cauley-Stein. Takes it off the glass. Cauley-Stein's got 4 points this quarter.
Cauley-Stein aggressive inside, putting the defense on their heels and in a tough spot, staying engaged.
To the middle. And the basket good by Measuring. And so here's Cleveland. A 12-point game. 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Scott kicks to Osman. It's Solomon to Antetokounmpo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
It's weird to say it, but the sheer length of Giannis can put the defense in a really bad position. So hard to defend without fouling.
Nice numbers tonight at the free throw line, shooting 10 of 13.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Oh my gosh, I just got that. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Dragic looking for an opening. Misses off the left iron.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their transition game has been in full effect. Back right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with fourth quarter upon us. Time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here are the Cavaliers. They trail by 14. Setting the floor for the Bucks. The young Bucks, Antetokounmpo and Parker at 3 and 4. Cook out there with Young. And it's Mejri in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that one's good. Right.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Young against Dragic. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Osman with the rebound. Cavaliers shooting straight 49% from the field. Unloads from 13. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Dragic.
You love to see the resolve from an offensive player after a disappointing first half. He's been terrific here in the second.
Young finds Antetokounmpo. Yes, that goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 38 points.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
Young outside. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Parker's shot is off.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And looking at Jabari Parker, 6'8", about 250 pounds. Greg, what's his best position?
You know, I think he has a small forward skill, but with the way the game is changing, you could see him play some power forward as well. And I think his best fit might just be at the 4 because of the mismatch he can create.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Parker.
Now Parker playing for Coach K in college. He's got that pedigree as well as a great attitude.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. James is checked in. Dragic left side. In it goes for the 5th time, and 10 shots for him this game.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Young. Pass to Mejri. Nobody near Parker. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
Gobert, he's checked in for Cleveland. Jordan, he's checked in for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee leading by 12. Young, right side. Kicks to Jordan. Pass to Cook. Takes it from 10. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. LeBron's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Parker with the steal. Dragic against Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly, sometimes that emotion really comes out.
Fields checked in for Wright. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Prince is checked in for Cook.
Pretty obvious Young believes in his ability. A fearless shooter who also does a good job at orchestrating the offense.
And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
Dragic the pass to Hield. Young taking his time here. Over Middleton. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Young. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Middleton finds Jordan. Back to Middleton. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Middleton doing a good job of being creative and finishing a difficult look. Well, Chris Middleton is such a versatile scorer, and because he has the ability to put the ball down on the floor, sometimes defenders are not as willing to close out to him, but last year was in the 74th percentile in spot-up jump shots. He can be devastating from there.
They get it again. Count that one. 9 points for Rudy Gobert.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
Collison against Dragic. Collison, no good. And Middleton can hurt you from anywhere. But his mid-range game, Brent, his mid-range game stands out.
Yeah, people don't really realize how effective Chris has been from the mid-range. He's up there with Kevin Durant statistically in some of the numbers, and the fact that he's got that long frame, any switchable defender that's smaller than him gives him the immediate advantage.
Dragic kicks to Hield. Over Prince. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Hield.
Well, he's a good shooter from the mid-range. Hield had some breathing room, took a deep breath, and fired.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner in Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing. His birds in the Bahamas, and his first hooper crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He gave them props for their defense. He said, the defense has been outstanding. Keep pressuring them, forcing turnovers, and we can win this one. Guys?
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Middleton against James. Prince, the pass to Jordan. He kicks to Parker. From deep. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Cleveland with it. 9-point game. Young finds Dragic. Clock at 4. Fires it up.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
Bucks leading by 9. It's Prince on the wing, covered by Hield. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Cavaliers have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. To the paint, here's Young, and Young slams it home.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
Finally got themselves in the trenches. Momentum completely shifted now. We've got a tight one here in the final period.
Collison kicks to Jordan. Back to Collison. Can they get it? No good. And Cleveland will come the other way.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Young's shot is off.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be. Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Here's James, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Just shake your head at the size of LeBron James, and once he gets into the paint and gets pinballed around. He gets that contact and finds free throws.
And Chris Middleton, 2 seasons ago, tore his hamstring completely off the bone. I mean, he's come back and hasn't missed a beat. One of the most well-rounded players you'll see.
Milwaukee making a switch. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And Chris Middleton with maybe, Greg, his best season yet in 2017-18.
It just seems like he gets better every year. A former second-round pick, now all-star caliber. He's worked extremely hard, stayed in the lab, and now we're seeing the results.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Here's Dragic. And it's Young at the elbow. And the pass to James. Fades and shoots. And the shot goes in. James has got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, it's one of those nights where if a team down the stretch can get 1 or 2 stops, they may win it. Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim, that time on display.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And that's number 4, definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
And DeAndre Jordan, the all-time leader in career field goal percentage, Greg, by a sizable margin.
Yeah, the most prolific dunker in the league, maybe in league history.
Well, the adventure begins when DeAndre gets to the line, but I think he's wanting to work hard on his free throws, so it's not a substitution in the last 2 minutes of a game. He wants to get confident, stepping up and knocking them down. I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
Young against Antetokounmpo over Young, and stolen by LeBron. Over Middleton. James misses.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Now, somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
That one goes. Count it.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Collison, the pass to Middleton. Prince outside, passes it to Antetokounmpo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Gobert's got his 16th rebound on the night. Nice step back to get it off. Now just a 2-point Bucks lead.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Young with the steal. James against Middleton. Healed. And they're unable to get the time basket there. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And it falls over the rim and in. Middleton's got 7 points for the quarter.
How about that shot by Middleton? Doesn't matter where it is in the game. He'll take that shot.
Here's Young. The foul is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating 5, heck of a job there. He's got the talent to finish, too.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Goran Dragic. That's good from Young. Milwaukee's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Prince. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Antetokounmpo. Bangs it from downtown. Antetokounmpo's got 44.
So exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Pass to Oladipo. Now Gobert. He's covered by Collison. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows him to send those shots back.
Antetokounmpo finds Jordan. Knocks it loose. Kicks it down to Middleton. And stolen by LeBron. At the elbow, it's Gobert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And Gobert drops them both.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Antetokounmpo against Young. It falls!
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're behind by 4. 52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Hey guys, no doubt who our pick is going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
LeBron James, one of the best ever to do it.
So it's the Bucks now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
This is why you got to love where Giannis is in the young part of his career, willing to drain a crucial shot for his ball club.
Pass to LeBron. Looking for Young. He gets it there. Money!
Huge mistake, letting him establish that kind of position down low.
The defense 101. Don't let him get that deep, and this speaks to the lack of effort right there. No better way to frustrate your coach.
And for 3, Collison. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
And that goes for every possession. They can't come up empty at all anymore.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're trailing by 4. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, I mean, if they can score, they're really going to have to foul immediately.
Well, I'm sure that's part of the discussion, not whether to foul, but maybe who.
20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Yeah, Victor Oladipo does not mind having the ball in that kind of situation. Outstanding at finding ways to score in the clutch.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Young for 3. The shot, no good. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Shoots the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Oladipo constantly looking to score. As soon as the ball hits his hands, he's ready to pull.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's